Respect is strange. The more you chase it, the more it slips away. But some people walk into a room, say very little, and still command attention. No loud voice, no forced confidence, no need to prove anything, just presence. For centuries, samurai understood something most people today forget. Respect is not something you demand. It is something others feel when you master yourself. A true warrior didn't waste energy trying to convince others of his worth. He didn't argue for validation. He didn't explain every decision, because real authority is silent. Today, many people talk too much, react too fast, and explain themselves too often. And without realizing it, they slowly lose the natural respect they want so badly. Samurai psychology was different. It focused on hidden signals, small behaviors that communicate strength without aggression, confidence without arrogance, control without force. These behaviors are quiet, but powerful. And the truth is, people decide whether they respect you within seconds, not based on what you say, but based on how you exist, how you speak, how you react, how you move, how comfortable you are with yourself. Samurai didn't chase respect. They became the kind of person respect follows naturally. In this video, we'll break down 7 hidden behaviors, simple, powerful psychological signals that instantly change how people see you, and more importantly, how you see yourself, not motivation, not fake confidence. This is discipline. This is presence. This is samurai psychology. Behavior 1. Controlled speech. The first behavior that creates instant respect is simple, but extremely rare today. Controlled speech. Most people speak to fill silence, to impress, to prove intelligence, to avoid feeling uncomfortable. But the samurai spoke differently. Every word had weight. Every sentence had purpose. Because words were not used to perform, they were used to communicate truth. In samurai culture, silence was never weakness. Silence was observation. Silence was awareness. Silence was control. A warrior who spoke too much revealed too much. His emotions, his fears, his insecurities, his need for approval. But a warrior who spoke with restraint created presence. Psychologically, this still works today. When someone speaks slowly, clearly, and only when needed, people automatically assume they are confident, they are thoughtful, they are emotionally stable, they are safe to follow. Because calm speech signals calm thinking, and calm thinking signals control. Controlled speech does not mean being quiet all the time. It means you choose your words, instead of letting emotions choose them for you. It means you pause before answering. You listen fully before reacting. You speak clearly, not quickly. In Zen philosophy, this connects to mindfulness, being fully present with each moment, including each word you release into the world. Because once spoken, words cannot be taken back. And here is the hidden truth most people never notice. The person who is comfortable with silence always appears more powerful than the person who is afraid of it. Samurai understood this deeply. Speak less, say more. Let others talk. Let others reveal themselves. And when you finally speak, make sure your words are worth listening to. Behavior 2. Emotional stillness. The second behavior that creates instant respect is emotional stillness. Not emotional suppression, not pretending you don't feel anything, but control. Today, most people react instantly to criticism, to stress, to pressure, to disagreement, and every instant reaction reveals something. Your emotional triggers, your insecurities, your fears. The samurai trained for the opposite. In battle, panic meant death, anger meant mistakes, fear meant hesitation, so they practiced stillness, not just in body, but in mind. Bushido valued composure above intensity because a calm warrior could see clearly, and clarity always defeats chaos. Modern psychology confirms this. The person who stays calm under pressure is automatically seen as more intelligent, more capable, more trustworthy, more powerful, because emotional control signals internal stability. And humans naturally respect stability. This doesn't mean you never feel anger, or fear, or frustration. It means you choose when to express it, instead of letting it control you. There is a Japanese concept connected to this mindset. Hara, the center of energy in the lower abdomen. Samurai believe true balance comes from the hara, not the chest. not the head, but the grounded center of the body. When you are centered, your breathing slows, your voice becomes steady, your movements become deliberate, and people feel that stability, even if they can't explain why. Emotional stillness is not coldness. It is not distance. It is strength without noise. The person who stays calm, while everyone else reacts, automatically becomes the psychological leader of the moment. Samurai didn't try to control situations first. They controlled themselves first. And once you master that, respect follows naturally. Behavior 3. Decisive movement and actions. The third hidden behavior that creates instant respect is decisive movement. Most people don't realize this. But respect is not only built from words, it is built from how you move. Hesitation sends signals, uncertainty sends signals, nervous movements send signals, and people pick them up subconsciously. The samurai understood this deeply. In combat, hesitation could cost everything. There was no time for second guessing, no time for half decisions. When a samurai moved, he moved fully, completely, without doubt, because a half-committed action is more dangerous than no action at all. Today, this still applies, just in different ways. How you walk into a room, how you sit down, how you shake hands, how you start speaking, how you reach for something. Fast and chaotic movements signal anxiety. Slow and frozen movements signal fear. But calm and deliberate movement signals control, and control creates respect. Decisive movement doesn't mean rushing. It means clarity. You decide, then you move. No unnecessary adjustments, no visible second guessing, no apologetic body language. In Bushido thinking, action and intention must be aligned. Mind decides, body follows. This is why samurai trained movements thousands of times, until action became natural, effortless, certain. There is also a Zen idea connected to this. Shizen, naturalness. True mastery doesn't look forced. It looks natural, simple, uncomplicated. When your actions become natural and decisive, people feel safe around you. They feel guided. They feel certainty. And humans naturally respect certainty, because certainty reduces fear. The person who moves with quiet decision often becomes the person others look to in uncertain moments. Samurai didn't try to look confident. They removed hesitation, and confidence appeared naturally. Move with intention. Move with clarity. Move like your mind and body are one decision. That is silent authority. Behavior 4. No need to explain yourself. The fourth hidden behavior that creates instant respect is the ability to live without constantly explaining yourself. Today, many people feel pressure to justify everything. Their choices, their opinions, their boundaries, their lifestyle, their decisions. They explain even when nobody truly asked, because deep down, they are afraid of being misunderstood, rejected, or judged. But the samurai mindset was very different. A warrior didn't live based on public approval. He lived based on inner alignment. If his decision matched his values, that was enough. He didn't waste energy convincing others to agree. This connects to a Japanese philosophical idea. Arugamama, accepting reality as it is. Not how you wish it was, not how others want it to be, but how it truly is. When you accept reality, you stop performing for approval. You stop over-explaining. You stop negotiating your identity. And something powerful happens. People sense certainty. Psychologically, people respect those who don't over-defend themselves, don't over-justify decisions, don't chase validation, because over-explaining often signals doubt. But calm acceptance signals strength. This does not mean being arrogant. It does not mean ignoring feedback. It does not mean refusing to communicate. It means you don't feel the need to prove your worth in every conversation. Samurai understood something modern life forgets. If you are constantly explaining yourself, you are subconsciously asking for permission to exist. But when you stand quietly in your decisions, you show self-trust, and people respect self-trust. Not everyone will understand you. Not everyone will agree with you, and that's normal. Respect doesn't come from being understood by everyone. It comes from being grounded within yourself. The samurai didn't try to be accepted by everyone. They focused on living correctly. And when you live correctly, you don't need to explain much. Your life becomes the explanation. Behavior 5. Calm eye contact. The fifth hidden behavior that creates instant respect is calm eye contact. Not staring aggressively, not looking down in avoidance, but steady, relaxed, present eye contact. Eyes communicate more than words ever can. Before you speak, before you move, before you explain anything, people read your eyes. And most people today struggle here. They look away too quickly, or they stare too hard trying to look dominant, or their eyes move constantly, showing anxiety or uncertainty. Samurai trained something very different. When facing an opponent, they didn't stare with anger. They didn't avoid with fear. They held a calm, grounded gaze, because eye contact was not about intimidation. It was about presence. In psychological terms, calm eye contact signals confidence without aggression, awareness without fear, attention without insecurity, and humans naturally trust people who look present and grounded. There is a subtle balance here. Too little eye contact signals nervousness, submission, self-doubt. Too much intense eye contact signals aggression, ego, dominance games. But calm, natural eye contact signals emotional balance, and emotional balance creates respect. This connects again to the idea of being centered. Not in your head, not lost in overthinking, but grounded in the present moment. When you are fully present, your eyes naturally become calmer. You are not scanning for approval. You are not scanning for threats. You are simply there. Samurai presence came from this state. They looked at reality directly, without fear, without ego, without performance. When you practice calm eye contact, you communicate something powerful without speaking. I am comfortable with myself. I am not afraid of this moment. I am not trying to be someone else. And people feel that, not consciously, but deeply. Respect often begins in silence, and sometimes it begins with a single calm look. Behavior 6. Consistency in small things. The sixth hidden behavior that creates instant respect is consistency in small things. Not big achievements, not rare moments of success, but small repeated actions. Today, many people chase big results, big recognition, big moments, but they ignore the daily habits that quietly build reputation. Samurai lived the opposite way. They believed greatness was built in ordinary days. Through repeated training, repeated discipline, repeated commitment, a warrior did not train only when motivated. He trained because training was part of who he was. This is where real respect begins. Not when people see you succeed once, but when they see you show up again and again. Psychologically, humans trust predictability. If you say something and do it, if you promise something and deliver it, if you commit to something and stay consistent, people begin to see you as stable, reliable, grounded, and reliability creates deep respect. There is also a Japanese aesthetic and life philosophy connected here. Kanso, simplicity. Kanso teaches removing unnecessary complexity, focusing on what truly matters, doing simple things, consistently, cut with care. Respect is rarely built from dramatic moments. It is built from simple patterns repeated over time, arriving when you say you will, finishing what you start, keeping your word, even when inconvenient, maintaining discipline, even when nobody is watching. Most people want respect quickly, but respect is slow, and that is why it is valuable. Samurai understood this deeply. They didn't try to look impressive for one moment. They tried to live correctly every day, because daily behavior becomes identity, and identity becomes reputation, and reputation becomes respect. Consistency is not loud, it is not dramatic, but it is powerful, because over time, people stop questioning you. They start trusting you, and trust is the foundation of real respect. Behavior 7. Comfortable with silence. The seventh hidden behavior that creates instant respect is being comfortable with silence. Most people are afraid of silence. When conversations pause, they rush to fill the space. They talk more. They joke more. They explain more. Not because they need to, but because silence feels uncomfortable. To the samurai, silence was never empty. Silence was awareness. Silence was observation. Silence was control. In Zen practice, there is a discipline called zazen, seated meditation, not to escape the world, but to sit with reality, without distraction, without noise, without performance. When you practice silence, you learn something powerful. You don't need constant stimulation to feel okay. You don't need constant talking to feel important. You don't need constant validation to feel secure. And people can feel that energy. Someone who is comfortable in silence feels grounded, centered, unshakable. Psychologically, silence creates presence. When you are not rushing to speak, people become more aware of you. Your words gain weight, your reactions gain meaning, your presence becomes noticeable. There is also a deeper truth here. People who fear silence often fear being alone with their thoughts. But people who master silence master themselves. Samurai often sat quietly before battle, not because they were afraid, but because they were preparing their mind. Not forcing calmness, becoming calmness. When you become comfortable with silence, you stop performing for attention, and something shifts. People stop seeing you as someone who needs approval, and start seeing you as someone who gives direction. Silence is not absence. Silence is controlled presence. And sometimes, the most powerful thing you can say is nothing at all. The samurai respect formula. By now you may notice something important. Respect is not built from one behavior. It is built from patterns. Patterns of self-control, patterns of awareness, patterns of discipline repeated over time. The samurai never relied on one trait to command presence. They lived a system, a quiet formula, not written on paper, but written in behavior. Speak with control, stay emotionally steady, move with decision. Don't over-explain yourself. Hold calm eye contact. Stay consistent in small things. Become comfortable with silence. Individually, these behaviors are powerful, but together, they change how people experience you. You don't need to act dominant. You don't need to be loud. You don't need to demand respect, because respect starts happening naturally. There is a deeper psychological truth here. People don't respect who you say you are. They respect what your behavior proves over time. Samurai didn't try to look strong. They removed weakness from their habits, and strength appeared naturally. This is where self-mastery begins. Not by controlling others, not by forcing outcomes, but by controlling your responses, your words, your reactions, your movements, your consistency, your presence. There is a Zen principle that quietly connects all of this. Shizen, naturalness. True strength doesn't look forced. It doesn't look dramatic. It looks natural, effortless, quietly certain. When these behaviors become natural to you, you stop trying to earn respect, and something powerful happens. You become someone others naturally respect, even before you speak, because real respect is not created by performance. It is created by who you are, when nobody is watching. The samurai didn't chase respect. They chased self-mastery, and respect followed. Remember, in the end, respect was never something the samurai tried to collect. It was something they became worthy of, not through noise, not through dominance, not through proving themselves to everyone around them, but through discipline, through self-control, through presence, through living in alignment with their values, even when nobody was watching. The world today is loud. Everyone is trying to be seen, trying to be heard, trying to be validated. But true respect still follows the same ancient rule. Master yourself, and others will feel it. You don't need to win every argument. You don't need to explain every decision. You don't need to prove your worth to every person you meet. Because the people who matter don't need constant proof, and the people who demand constant proof will never be satisfied anyway. Real respect grows quietly, in how you speak, in how you react, in how you move through difficult moments, in how consistent you are when life becomes uncomfortable. This is the quiet path. Not fast, not easy, not always noticed immediately, but powerful. The samurai didn't try to control how people saw them. They controlled who they became. And when you focus on becoming strong in character, calm in mind, and disciplined in action, respect stops being something you chase and starts becoming something you carry with you, quietly, naturally, without effort. Drop in the comment, which one are you missing and need to improve the most? And also share it with someone you think they need this.